Hey Bob, it's another exciting day in paradise, and boy, oh boy, is it a great day to be alive, especially when you consider the alternative. So, something I've been watching a lot of recently, I usually like to watch every morning like a motivational video on YouTube, and I'll watch random videos on finance and stuff like that. But I've been watching a lot more insightful information lately, and something that I think I took for granted until now, and I really have actually thought about it, and it's a hard question to answer. And it was mentioned in a video, one of the motivational videos I watched. There was the $50 billion man, I think his name is Dan Pena, something like that, very straight to the point type guy. But he said he had like questionnaires he would have people answer, and everybody failed them. And one of the questions was, what would you do to be successful? And I actually thought about that. I was like, wow, okay, well, I could do this, could do that, and do this. But then he mentioned like what the answers were. Like one of the answers was like working 60 hours a week, and another one was like 50 hours a week or something. It had like various amounts of hard work equating to you being super successful. And that was actually really an eye-opener for me, because when I really deep down inside thought about it, I was like, I want to be really successful. But like I always mention in the videos, when I at near the end of my videos, I always say, you're unstoppable. The only person who could stop you is yourself. That truly is a fact. You're the only person who can stop yourself, no matter what. If you really want to be successful and you really want to do something, you will do nothing. You will make no excuses. You will stop at nothing to be successful. And I think that's the hard part about it is, are you willing to work 60 hours, 70 hours a week to be successful? Are you willing to save 70 to 80% of your income and invest it instead of spending it to be successful, to be wealthy? Those are really like tough questions when you really dig down deep inside, because you could easily say, oh yeah, I'll do this, I'm going to go to the gym every day, I'm going to, eat a little bit healthier, stop drinking some soda. Those are little minuscule things you can do to be more successful in your life. But when it all boils down to is, what ultimately are you willing to do to be successful? Boy, oh boy, is that tough. But in thinking about that and watching those videos, I think I've decided, and some of these videos are motivational, some of them are just me chatting. This is kind of like a self-recollection thing for me. I've decided myself that after I go on this Spartan race in November, I'm going to take a serious look at my life, and I might have to stop playing video games and streaming so that I can be more successful. That's tough for me, especially for my viewers and stuff, the few viewers I have that stop by consistently. But when I really think about it, it's like I could be reading books, I could be learning stuff, I could be making more of these YouTube videos, I could be doing a lot of things to be more successful, become more wealthy and so forth, to meet my goals and dreams and aspirations. But out of convenience, I don't. I say, oh, I got to get my video game time in. Gotta have that video game time. Do I really have to have that video game time though? I mean, am I willing to really grind it out, sacrifice that video game time to be successful, and then maybe 5 years from now or something like that, when I'm fucking a millionaire and so forth, very wealthy and set in life and successful, would it be worth that sacrifice, so that way when that time comes, I can play video games 24/7, fucking as often as I want? It's really tough to think about. It's like when it's kind of like one of those things where looking at the short term and the long term. A lot of times what people look at is the short term. They're like, if I sacrifice this $100 right now, I don't know if I'll be able to, be able to see the movies this weekend, or I don't think I'll be able to go out to the club this weekend, get my, dance on, have fun, or oh man, I can't buy that new game if I get rid of this $100. I don't know if I could do that. They think of the short term, but if you think of the long term, I'll give you a good example. I recently started investing. And I'm completely new to that. That's something I've never considered doing. But around June time frame, while I had my daughters for the summer, I took a deep thought, and I know this video is running a little long. I apologize for that. I took a deep thought about where I want to go in life. What am I going to do with my money? I was like, man, this free app, Robinhood app. I'm like, maybe that's what I want to do, is make sure I'm financially set so I can pursue my dreams and goals. So I made a decision at that point. And the any extra money that I get that I don't pay towards the girls, that I don't pay towards child support and my bills and so forth, any extra money that I normally could spend on video games or whatever, that about 80 to 90% of that money, I'm going to invest in the stock market. I've been doing that for a while, and I actually have a decent amount invested in dividend stocks specifically, because you get paid to hold on to those stocks, unlike day trading and all that crazy stuff. And I'm actually really proud of myself for doing that, because if I hadn't had that accountability factor of investing that money, and I was like, man, I really want to do this, I'd be like, all right, let me just take it out of my savings account. Next thing I know, I'm looking at my bank account. Where's all my money? That discipline factor is helping me to basically excel in life. With fitness, I've recently started going to Orange Theory in the mornings every single day. I've lost about 15, 20 pounds now, going every single day for just the last 3 weeks. Discipline. So I guess what it all boils down to, what this video I at least wanted to kind of focus on, is discipline. Do you have the discipline to make your life better? Think about it. Really think about it. I don't want you to be like, I got plenty of discipline. Think about it. Do you have enough discipline to make your life better? And if not, are you willing to make the sacrifice to actually fix that and have enough discipline to actually do that in life? Well, I definitely do. And I definitely plan on instilling more discipline in my life. And I think it's something I lost when I got out of the military. I lost that discipline factor. Everything in my life was controlled in the military. You wake up in the morning, you do PT every single morning. You got your training missions, you train your soldiers, you got your daily regime of what you do every day. Now that I'm a civilian, I didn't have any discipline. So I started taking college in February. So I started investing in June. So I started going to Orange Theory and about 3 weeks ago. I'm going to the Spartan race in November, which I've been training myself to get in better shape to be able to handle. I'm instilling discipline in my life to succeed. What are you doing to instill in your life to succeed? What discipline are you doing in your life, more specifically? Because again, you're unstoppable. Nobody can stop you but yourself. And remember that, all right? Y'all have a fantastic day, and I can't wait to see y'all next time, either in the stream or in these YouTube videos. Y'all take care. Back to the studio, Bob.